fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me deep clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports cars, you know that it's a fake. Got my walls loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily. That ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. So, KINZ, what do you think of my camping background?
It's a pretty good background for May Run. So glad that that's the only way you can get out and camp unless you own a privately owned lot. Of course, the stay-at-home order, everything, all that.
All right, but listen,
COVID.
We are coming close to camping season, and I'm going to show you beautiful lakes like this, Kinsman, the art of fishing, how to put a tent up, how to fill my cooler with beer. Don't worry, the KLOMP lesson is coming your way.
The KLOMP lesson 101, how to fill the bevies.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right. So we got a very special show tonight. I can't wait, man. I really can't wait this is a tremendous story, and happy Justine and baby Jade are joining us. Very cool.
Yes, we'll be chatting with Justine and little Jade in just a few seconds. But first, we need to give a shout out to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, KINZ and KLOMP Live doesn't happen. So a shout out to Kim and the staff at the Surge. When we can tiptoe back into normalcy, we do have 12 months of fun planned for the Surge. We just need to get back in there with our 12-month Timmins residency. So, forever, if it takes forever, we're going to hop in there. But I'm hoping it's going to be, hopefully sometime this summer, we will be back with the variety shows. We've got trivia shows planned. We've got our live stream shows, which we'll do live from the Surge, and a few other exciting, surprises up our sleeves.
When we can get back into the Surge, you're going to tell me too, right? You're just not going to leave me stranded?
No, I'm going to bring you along too.
Okay, good. All right, so PADS K9 Protection and Detection Services. It looks like Martin's taking a little bit of a break this weekend. I seen him out on the water fishing, well-deserved break, but security, protection, and detection services for businesses, for residential. He trains dogs. Martin's everywhere. He's also the reason why local businesses can get free advertising on our show during the emergency break. Martin covered all those costs and a lot of things. So good man all around. And I believe if you go to the website, they are hiring security guards. So if you want to get into that field, the PADS K9 website, the Facebook page is the place to go to get all the details.
That's right. And Martin would be one cool boss to work for. So there you go. So thanks to Martin from PADS.
And I could tell you this, Kinsman, I know he's a football fan. He's from England. Our Man City won the Premier title today. So he's very happy today.
He's pretty exciting. I think the video he was showing from his boat, if that was his boat, a lynx swam in front of his fishing, his boating fun and pleasure today. Like what are the odds of that, right? A lynx just swimming by?
In Northern Ontario, I would say 90%.
90%. That's how nice it was this afternoon. The lynx was trying to cool off, right?
Did you not see we had a moose walking down the streets at South Porcupine? Come on, man.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, there we go.
And how about a shout out to Eric Villeneuve from Villeneuve Engineering. He provides full detailed structural engineering anywhere located in Canada, including right here in good old Timmins, Ontario, for industrial mining, metals, pulp and paper, power distribution, and commercial sectors. If you're looking for Eric Villeneuve, check out Villeneuve Engineering Services on his Facebook page today.
Okay, so I'm not going to say much about Timmins RV because you and I have a brand new Timmins RV video to show. But you got to bear with me here, Kinsman, because guess what? I'm going to boot you off the screen. You going to be able to handle it or what?
I'm going to be able to handle this, yes.
Are you ready to see our new? Because you really haven't shown you the final product yet.
No, let's check this out here.
Okay.
KLOMP, we're going to have a challenge. Who can sell the best RV here at Timmins RV?
Let me get this right. You want to challenge me on who's the best RV salesman? I have the charisma, I have on my flannel, and I got the technology. You don't believe me? Check this out. I know you've been sitting at home dreaming about that new camper, showing it off to the neighbors, rolling up to that campsite like you're the big boss. Well, quit your procrastination and get down to Timmins RV.
Since I'm here physically, I can check out all these beautiful RVs on the lot.
Everyone is excited about the camping season, but don't wait too long. Inventory is going faster than ever. You don't want to show up a month from now and there'll be no RVs left. You'll be leaving like a crying baby. Oh yes, a crying baby. RVs? You want RVs? Well, we got you your RVs.
Too bad you chose to work from home today. Look at all this extra room. You could have been sitting right here on this beautiful couch inside this beautiful passport.
These prices are so amazing, it makes you feel like you walked right into a massive blowout sale.
And I'm actually sitting in this beautiful RV, unlike you, where you're showcasing them exploding.
Timmins RV is the place to go. The #1 dealership in Ontario. So start up the barbecue and open up a beer. The camping season is finally here.
KLOMP, put down that guitar. You don't even know how to play. You know what? If you get here, though, I'll even make you a supper, okay? Can I twist your arm for some steaks? But you're going to have to buy them first.
Head on down to Timmins RV right now, and you're gonna feel like you rolled into that campground on a palace in 4 wheels.
KLOMP playing with special effects. I'm actually here live. I'm gonna take you inside for a live tour of this beautiful Sprinter. I can't wait here all day, KLOMP. You said you were gonna come down here and check out this brand new Sprinter. Come on down and check it out. KLOMP, I still don't see ya.
A new RV is not in the cards for you. Well, don't sweat it out. Come on down to Timmins RV and check out this used inventory.
KLOMP, that's not a used RV. These are the used RVs. If you don't have a budget for new, you're definitely going to have a budget for used. Gently used RVs are priced to go right here at Timmins RV. One of the best features of these passports, the fridge with all the open space for beer, because just like KLOMP always does, he forgot to stock the fridge.
Timmins RV is your #1 place to go for all your new and used campers. You heard me right. #1.
1.
Hey, Klomp, you can't do this with special effects. Let's go in. And unlike you, Klomp, I can actually showcase the beauty and comfort of these 2021 Springdales. Unlike you trying to use your manly voice trying to sell people.
Number 1.
And the beauty of Timmins RV, you can fill up your propane tanks here, and you can also dump your RV over there.
Oh, you thought that was it? Check out this sneak peek.
Number 1.
There you go, Kinsman.
Lots of fun. Timmins RV are, one of our big main sponsors here of the show. And again, we were down there just a few days ago and talking to Mike Roberts. He says the inventory is literally rolling itself off the lot. Don't wait too long for those campers, your RV. If you've got your eye on one, you might want to check it out. And again, they do offer 360 virtual tours at timminsrv.ca. So,
all right,
kind of fun there.
You didn't do enough selling on the video. You got to push. You're like when you go to the convenience stores now, and then you're going to buy, I don't know, a chocolate bar. Then they ask you, would you like a pop? It's 2 for 1. Would you like a lot?
It's all about upselling.
Yeah,
it's the upsell.
I think we told them enough. Okay, so a couple hellos. Lori
says hello, K&K. Mansell says these guys rock. Hey, Mansell Bowers. Hello, guys from Salina. Thanks so much. Love the chatter on our comment thread already. Good evening, McKlomp and Mr. KINZ. Well, hello there, Janice. Barb says hello. And Amber says, hi, guys. Hello, Amber. Amber's actually got ties to our main guest tonight, Justine.
Awesome.
So we'll find out the love between those two and the big GoFundMe, which we'll chat about in just a few minutes.
There's Dave.
Hello, Dave from Bait Me and Tackle, who had their grand opening. Everybody I've run into, they say that's where they have gone to, check out the new digs at the corner of King and Haileybury.
All right, Kinsman. Yes, we loved it there. The amazing work him and Aaron did reopening that store, and Porcupine's very excited, and it looks super amazing. Elena says, give Thunder Bay, that's my hometown, some love. Well, if you go to Thunder Bay, get yourself some Persians and head down to McKellar's Confectionery, the best Coney dogs in the world, Kinsman. And you want to hear the results on the Timmins RV? Of course, these people. Mark has you beat Jamie.
Lori always has my back.
I'll go with Mark's sales. Yeah, but Mark won't give you a 30% discount like I will. He's too cheap.
Klomp sharpens the pencil better than I do.
Yeah, that's right. Cole says hi to his favorite person, Jamie. Well, thank you, Cole. Hello, Cole. Thank you for joining us tonight. Cole in Salina. So that's awesome. Yeah. And I'm not supposed to be talking to Mark and Jamie anymore. What did you do to Joanne, Kinsman?
Why are we supposed
you make Joanne
I think she got the Facebook jail. She made a comment or something.
Oh, okay. Well, don't make Joanne mad.
Gotta watch how she comments, I guess.
Joanne, whatever Mark did, I apologize for him. He makes 1,000 mistakes a day. Okay, enough of that. So we have on a tremendous guest, Justine, 2 guests, right? Justine and Jade. And what a story. So I should tell folks that when Justine and we talk about the GoFundMe, we are going to add it to the comment section right now. We're going to pin it to the top. So when we mention it, you'll be able to see how you can go and help the family. But first and foremost, let me bring Justine on, Mark.
Oh, my God.
There she is.
There she is. Hi, Justine. Hi, Jade.
Hi.
How are you?
Jade, say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
I do believe your hometown of Cochrane is tuned in. A few viewers from Cochrane tuning in tonight. That's your home base.
Yes.
Oh my God! Hello, Jade. Oh, what an angel!
Hi, Jade.
Now, is it Jade's going to be 14 months tomorrow?
Yeah, 14 months tomorrow. Jade will be. We spent her first birthday inside here at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to make the best of it, especially when I had a big party planned for her back home and I bought all her decorations, had her cake prepared. by the person in Timmins who was supposed to make it, but then that all changed when we came this way pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're at the hospital. What hospital are you at, Justine?
We're at the Chio Hospital in Ottawa, the Children's Hospital.
Oh my God.
We've been here since the beginning of March.
Oh my God. You've been there since the beginning of March. And how long do you expect you're going to be there for?
Well, they told us that we're going to be here for about 9 months to a year, pretty much.
Yeah, well, our heart, definitely our hearts go out to you, and definitely we're gonna we've posted the link to the GoFundMe in the comment section, and we pinned it to the top. So meaning, like, if you want to find the link and you're watching the show, you'll be able to see it as the top comment. But I think it'd be nice, Mark, if we get a little bit of a backstory and an introduction of Justine and Jade. What do you think?
I think we shall. Justine, obviously Jade's mother. Jade was diagnosed with, is it AML leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia? And she was diagnosed with this at 11 months old.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with the ALL leukemia at 11 months.
God.
Yeah.
And what is ALL leukemia?
Like, it's a big word that I actually didn't memorize, but they told me that the type of leukemia that she had was the kind that affected her blood, her brain, and her spine.
Yeah, oh my God. And so Jade's been in the hospital most of her life then?
I would say the last 2.5 months we've pretty much been here in the hospital. Yeah. Everything happened so quick, and yeah, we've been here for the last 2.5 months inside the hospital. Just recently, about a week and a half ago, we were allowed to actually go outside and take her for walks. So that's pretty good, instead of being stuck in this room the whole time we're going to be here. So
yeah, that's right. And I assume with the room there, Jade stays in there, and there's also, looks like there's a bed for yourself.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
But Jade always crawls into my bed after midnight, so she wakes up and she sits up where the bars are and hangs on and looks at me yelling, trying to wake me up, and wants to come into bed with me. So
Yeah, our hats and love and respect go out to you, Justine. Obviously, extremely difficult time, especially when your children become sick, and this is very significant. How are you doing? Are you hanging in there?
Yep. I'd say I'm just taking it day by day. At first, it was really rough when we first got here. I would say the first month was the roughest. To see her, be a happy child, to being a child that had no life in her, that just lay there and sleep, and no active or anything. And it was really hard to watch at first, but I just, I would just ask God for strength, and I would pray, and He would give me that strength to take me through the days as I would be here with Jade. And it was also good too. I had my sister here with me and Jade the first month where it seemed like the worst. And actually, Jade is my sister's child, and I'm her aunt. But I've been raising her since she was 2 weeks old. I took her on as my own. And so I was happy my sister was here to help us during that, the hard times. And it was pretty rough the first month, but now she's slowly getting back to herself.
Great to see that the chemo is, obviously taking to little Jade. They say little ones have a better chance of maybe, of a survival rate when it comes to chemotherapy. Can you take us, from, obviously, day 1 to the 11-month mark? Were there telltale signs? What types of signs were you noticing with Jade to get to where you are today at Chio in Ottawa?
Well, pretty much in the beginning of February 2021, I took Jade into the hospital 3 times in Cochrane. And each time I took her in for a urine infection. And they kept sending us home with antibiotics for her urine infection. But the third time before I took her in, she was like before I took her to the hospital, she she was sick at home, and all she did was sleep, and she wouldn't eat, and she wouldn't drink her milk. She was barely even drinking, and she had no life in her at all. She was just laying there sleeping. She looked really pale. You could tell she looked really sick. So I was thinking it was probably just like the flu or something, flu symptoms. And so the third night, I noticed there was no change in her. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to take her to the hospital. And I took her in. And that's when, like the moment we got there, they did blood tests on her. And they came back and told me that her blood was low count. Like she had low blood count. And so like not even an hour, they called the ambulance and they took us right to Timmins. And, that's when more blood tests got done in Timmins. And, yeah, so, and like not even an hour, they took us to Timmins in an ambulance. And then they did more blood tests when we got there. And right away they started blood transfusion. So like, they weren't telling me nothing in Timmins, but we were in the Timmins hospital for not even 4 hours. And then at 4 o'clock in the morning, the nurses came in and they woke me up and they just told me, get up, it's time to get ready. You and Jade are heading to Ottawa. We're going to fly you there by plane. And I just, I like to being woken up to that type of news. Mm-hmm. My heart just sank. It was hard. It was something hard to take in. And like, I didn't know what to feel in the moment either, because it was happening so fast. But I was like, okay, like it has to be serious. And like these, they're not telling me what's wrong, but they're just doing these blood transfusions and more blood work. And yeah, then at 4:30, they flew us right to Ottawa. And then the moment we got here, they did the same thing again, more blood tests. And I still didn't know what was going on. And then when the blood test came back, I guess, then after they did the bone, they did some more blood transfusions when we got here. And then they did a bone marrow. And then when the results came back from that's when they knew that she had ALL, leukemia cancer. And that's when they came in the room and told me that she was diagnosed with leukemia cancer that affected her blood, her brain, and her spine, and her bones too. So it was tough news to take in, and it was a hard moment, and everything happened so fast because when I brought Jade to the hospital in Cochrane, I went there with just, like a bottle and a diaper bag and just like the clothes that I was wearing and the clothes that she was wearing, thinking that I was just going there to get antibiotics and to go home. But in not even an hour to get flown from Cochrane to Timmins and to get flown from Timmins to Ottawa, but nothing. We came here with completely nothing, just what I had at the hospital. So everything happened so quickly, Yeah.
Life is very precious, and of course we do anything possible to protect our children. So just before we go on, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the GoFundMe, and if you want to add anything, Justine. So we know that these are, tremendously stressful times. That's an understatement. But on top of that, you're from Cochrane, but you've had to relocate for a good period of time to Ottawa. You're in the hospital. These costs do add up. So the GoFundMe has been set up to provide some financial relief, because I always say, when you're going through something like this, the last thing you want to do is have to worry about finances on top of it and having some money come in. And you can't work, like you have to be there full time, and there's still life and bills and everything needs to go on. So the GoFundMe has been set up. The link is pinned to the top of the comments section. I always tell folks, whether you have $1 or $100, everything helps.
That's it. Every cent will add up. Yeah. And again, we saw in one of the comments, showing a heart and some love. Amber, I think Amber is the one who set up the GoFundMe, Justine.
Yes, Amber is the one who reached out to me. I was so surprised and shocked at first when she reached out to me on Facebook. I didn't know what to think or feel, but she messaged me and offered to start a GoFundMe page to help me and Jade out here because she was telling me that she knows how costly it is to stay in the hospital, especially when she knows that we're going to be here for a long time period. Mm-hmm. And how, like how long we're going to be here. So she was encouraging me and offering me to start that GoFundMe page to help us out with some funds, you know. And it really touched my heart, actually, because, you know, it had to take somebody that I didn't even know, a stranger, to come and approach me and, you know, want to offer their help. And it really touched the heart big time. And I just, you know, I always tell her, thank you for doing that. And because I am very thankful for what she chose to do on her own and, you know, to help us in this time of need. So,
yeah, no, thank
you, Amber.
That is tremendous of Amber. There are very good people out there in the world that are compassionate about what others are going through, and you know, that's the true intent for me of these GoFundMes. You know, to help people in need in their time of need. So that's wonderful. So, like, whether you have a few bucks, lots of bucks, and if you don't have any money at all, you know, thoughts and prayers, I think all possibly sent Jade's way and Justine's way. So are you able to give us an update on where things stand at this moment with Jade? Are we in a good moment?
Yeah, sure. So Jade is actually doing pretty good now. Like I said, the first month was really rough and awful to see her go through, and it really hurt. But, you know, her body is... her body is responding to the chemotherapy and all the medication that she's receiving. She's not having any reactions to it. And I am so glad, because if her body did not respond to the chemotherapy, then they would have no choice to go down the second route, which would be a bone marrow transplant. And that's where they would test all her siblings. She has 6 siblings at home. They would test their blood and to see which one's a perfect match for Jade. And then whoever's the perfect match, they would have to use that child to donate blood to help Jade. And actually, my sister is pregnant with her 8th child right now too. And if they had to go down that road with Jade, and if they were going to test the baby inside my sister, the one that she's carrying, and use the what's it called, the cord. Mm-hmm. Like the pregnancy cord to, you know, to test the baby to see if the baby's a match to with Jade. So I'm glad that everything that's happening and you know, all the medication and the chemotherapy is actually working and going pretty good for Jade. And I'm glad that we didn't have to go down that road yet. So yeah. And right now Jade is actually in remission. She has no more cancer cells at all in her brain or her spine or in her blood. She's been in remission now for the last month, I would say. So I'm pretty thankful, and you know, I'm very thankful that everything worked out so fast the way it did, and how quick they diagnosed her and how quick they responded to her, and you know, like how it all happened so fast. I'm really thankful, you know, and I know that. So I know it's only because of God. You know, God was obviously watching out for her. And he was working, you know, miracle ways in this little girl, and I'm just happy to see her happy again. So, because like she's a really happy baby, and to see her just lay there and have no life in her and just sleep, like that wasn't normal at all for Jade. And everyone who knows Jade as a happy baby. So
that's her. She just rang out.
Yes, she just rang. Sorry.
Rang the emergency.
I didn't realize she was ringing. I'm so busy talking.
Such a happy baby.
Yeah.
Such a cutie.
This nurse here, want to come in the camera?
Yeah.
This is actually Olivia. She's one of the nurses here.
Hi, Olivia. You're live in Timmins.
And Jade really likes her. Like Jade really responds to her very well. And
Jade is such a precious. We always say we need a little Jade therapy in the day.
Would you like to give a little update about Jade, like with you and the nurses, like how you guys are with her?
Well, Jade is Oh my goodness. Jade is, we don't have favorites, but we absolutely love Jade. What else do we like? We love Jade to come out and play with us all the time. Even today, I was peeking in the room every few seconds and I was like, is she awake? Is she awake? Come and steal out Jade. I was just, like, yeah. We love Jade so much. We do. Hey, sweetie pie. Wow, yes. She's just an angel. We love taking care of her.
Yeah.
And she is a warrior, eh? Are you our superhero? She fights through everything. She's incredible.
Isn't that awesome when like when parents and their children like are in their time of need to have? We've heard so many great things about these hospitals and the care and our nurses and our doctors, like unbelievable, not just the last 14 months, but like forever. So yeah, so thank you for everything you do for members of our community and our young ones and getting them back to full health. We really appreciate it here from Timmins.
Oh, well, we love doing it. We love taking care of the kiddos, especially our little Jade. So
thank you.
Hey, sweetie. Oh, and you're calling for more nurses to come in, eh? It was nice talking to you guys.
All right.
It's nice talking.
Take care.
Bye, Jade.
All right. Bye-bye.
That is completely cute, cool. I guess the one question I have for you, Justine, obviously, tremendous care for Jade there. Like I was just mentioning ago, I've heard nothing but remarkable things about the hospital. Is there anything? How about the parents or the support person of the child? Is there anything in place because for you to, I don't know whether like to talk with someone, get a break, like you also have to take care of your own health when you're down there too. Is there any of those supports in place?
Actually, I have a lot of support since I've been out here. Mm-hmm. Like when I am feeling down or whatever, and I feel like I'm having a hard, like just emotionally, I always call my grandparents, my granny and my grandpa, or I'll call my mom and I'll just, speak to them for encouragement and, to lift up my spirits. But not only that, I'm a born again believer. Like I'm a Christian, I'm saved. So when I do run into hard times, I do run to God and I do a lot of praying and, I just open up and I speak to him about what I'm going through. And he always comes in and calms the storm and just gives me that hope and that courage and that strength of to help me through the days and like whatever I'm going through. So mostly I get a lot of my strength from the Lord and the nurses here too. And like there's a lot of nurses and there's a lot of social workers and I do have social, I have people back home too, like friends and yeah, like they're all very supportive over here too at the hospital. Like there's not just one or two of them. There's a lot of them that come in daily and all they want to do is just offer support and ask if I'm okay, if Jade's okay. So yeah, I would say they have a lot of support over here and the staff and the workers here are pretty awesome too. They show you that love and that comfort and, just to let you know that they're there. So, yeah.
And tons of comments are coming in and I'm posting some of them as you're speaking. Everyone is, sending you, thoughts and love and prayers and talking about how adorable Jade is. That's awesome. And the latest one from Colin, she's so beautiful. I'm sorry she has to go through this. You are staying so strong as a parent. You are an inspiration. I'm having my first child in 2 weeks and I can't imagine what you're going through. So, there are like a lot of parents out there, upcoming parents. And it is a good, you're showing, fight and determination and how to stick in there when things get extremely difficult. So it's also a very positive example that you're showing for people, Justine, and remaining very positive in an extremely difficult time.
And you're also staying at, is your room catered by the Ronald McDonald House, Justine? Is that some of the support that you have while you're staying at GO?
Yeah, actually, I do have a supporter, NHIB. Mm-hmm. They pay for my meals and they pay for my rooms at the Ronald McDonald House. And actually, when my sister was here before she head home, me and her would take turns every night and sleep here with Jade while one of us go back to the room and just have a little break, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, but like now that she's gone back home to Cochrane, I was going to give up my room at first at the Ronald McDonald, but the workers there were encouraging me to keep the room, you know, like just so I could have a place to get away and, you know, get away from the hospital and come relax over there. And honestly, I'm glad I didn't give up my room, because like ever since Jade's allowed to go outside now for walks, I've been taking her there daily. Mm-hmm. And I let her crawl around and, you know, like go crawl around in the living room and in our room. And like I could go there and cook meals and, you know, like, so I'm glad I didn't give up my room. So yeah, like my meals and my rooms are paid by NHIB, and that's one of my support systems in this time too. But yeah.
That is awesome news, and we can see that Jade's in pretty healthy spirits.
Yeah.
Getting into everything. I love that. Hi, Jade.
She's a happy baby, this one.
Yeah, she sure is. Bernadine says, I love my sister and Jade so much. Glad to see her doing this. XOXO. Thanks so much, Bernadine.
and did you see Cynthia? Big Mama misses you both. Love you too.
Love you all too.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so you must be at my point. So you must be missing home, right? Cochrane, Ontario is your home.
Yes, it is my home. It's been my home the last 15 years. Mm-hmm. I am missing home big time. I'm missing my children and all of my nieces and my nephews over there also. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, like during this whole COVID restrictions, it's kind of hard for anyone to come visit. So. Mm-hmm. Especially when we're going to be here long term, and like just saying a week or two visit, like this is a months, like almost to a year, pretty much that we're going to be here.
No kidding.
Who knows? Like it could go longer too, you know. But I am missing home too, and just missing my granny's cooking too. I guess her, you know, her traditional meals, and just missing everybody back home.
Yeah,
pretty much just the scenery of it too, like being in your own presence, you know, of your home. Yeah.
Yeah, to sleep in your own bed, and you do start to miss that home cooking and the people surrounding you. But it's very awesome to see the care and attention that you're both getting there while you're there for premium care. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to ensure when Jade leaves, she's 100% healthy and happy.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, and it looks like you're well missed back home too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we shouldn't keep Justine too long, Kinsman. She's very, very busy, but we really appreciate you coming on and with Jade, and we're going to keep promoting the GoFundMe. Once again, it's pinned to the top of the comment section. And, you know, if you're in a position to provide anything, whether it's $1 or $100 or even just thoughts and prayers, and we know that Justine and Jade and their family would really appreciate that.
I'm looking at the GoFundMe now. It's over $1,330. The goal, $10,000. So again, any dollar you can muster up and hit the GoFundMe. It's going to that beautiful little gal there, Jade, and of course Justine. You know, Justine not just there a week or a couple weeks, but there for 12 months of treatment. Just because she's in remission doesn't mean that the treatment stopped, Justine. Right? They're going to continue through with the chemo process as per usual to make sure that it stays in remission.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So the plan is to stay here to receive all the chemo treatments. I did ask them if it was possible for us to go home and visit, but they told me no, because Jade has a weak immune system and they don't want to risk her catching an infection while we're gone, especially when Ottawa is the only closest hospital to treat this type of situation. So we were told that we have to stay in hospital for pretty much 12 months. Yes, 9 to 12 months.
There's a positive story. I posted the comment, but want to bring attention to it. Sending love and strength and prayers. My daughter from Timmins was diagnosed with ALL leukemia and is now in remission.
Wow,
so an excellent story from Rochelle. It's Rochelle, not Rachel, right, Mark?
I think it's Rochelle or Rachel.
Well, I said, is it one or the
pop
other?
it back up again. I pop it back up again.
We have
Rachel Bolduc. I'm going to say Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel.
We always get names wrong, Justine. So we always debate back and forth. Chio is amazing, and they were also in Ottawa. So good. Awesome. I always say we're very fortunate. You know, a lot of complaining going on, what's going on in our country, but Canada has some of the premium healthcare. So when, you know, if you think things are tough, think about if your child is sick and you have a premium place to go to like Chio with top doctors and nurses and caregivers and PSWs. Pretty fortunate to live here, I think. So
yeah, we're very fortunate.
Sure.
To live
I agree.
Sure.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Justine and Jade. We really appreciate meeting you both, and the best of luck. Please keep us updated on Jade's condition, and you know, like we always, anything that we can do to help promote, we got your back.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you guys for reaching out.
You're so welcome. Have a good night, Justine. Looks like Jade wants to go to sleep there. Good night, Jade. We'll talk to you later. Jade's going to be 14 months tomorrow. So again, you know, even more reason to pick up and make a few bucks. Go Justine and Jade's way. And let's make her stay there for the next 12 months a little bit more comfortable and bearable, so she doesn't have to, you know, take the brunt of bills back here in Cochrane and Timmins area. You know, she can focus on the, you know, the task at hand, which is making sure that baby Jade is taken care of.
That's right. All right. Good night.
All right. Good night, Justine. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Okay, good night, Jade.
Oh, what a tremendously strong person Justine and Jade and the whole family are. Hey, Kinsman, really inspirational.
And Chio, you know, the nurses, you can just tell with the nurses, they love doing what they do. And again, it's nice to have great personalities, you know, behind the nurses' masks to make sure that, you know, whoever's in there staying, you know, in this case, Justine and Jade, that, you know, it's all smiles and looks like it's a great facility. Obviously, Rachel's comment there, Chio, top notch here in our country.
Great.
In the province. Great to see. Cynthia says good night. Good night, Cynthia. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
And I don't usually touch base on this too often because I don't like being part of this debate. But if you're going to sit at home and think you have a difficult life because you have to wear a mask to go to the grocery store, then maybe find out what Jade and Justine and their family are going through.
That's right.
And the positivity they're carrying with. So let's see the degrees of difficulties right now. So I just think that's it was a good eye opener for me, and hope it's a good eye opener for a lot of folks. Strong people.
Sure. Certainly is. You know, you heard it from Justine herself. You can't, now that she is able to go outside because of everything with COVID and, you know, her weakened and compressed compromised immune system, you know, she can pick up anything. And now with COVID out there, there's, you know, just one more piece of the puzzle that no one wants to even be touched with. So again, another reason why, you know, when they say, why are you wearing a mask? Okay, it's not for you, but it's for the Jades. And, you know, the families like Rachel who commented tonight. The weaker immune systems is what we're doing this for.
All right. You're right. All right, Kinsman, I'm going to switch now. I'm going to give you 10 seconds for this topic. Leafs tie series.
Bandwagon has filled back up. If you listen closely, you can hear them all hopping back up. That's how Leaf Nation works. I don't know if you ever follow that Facebook page. It's a brutal page, even though I'm a diehard Leaf fan. You know, win, you know, Stanley Cup, polish off the cup. You lose one game, and it's okay. We got to trade everybody. But now we've won. Everything's all kosher in Leafville. Series tied at 1 game apiece with a 5-1 win last night. Game 3 of that series tomorrow. So there you go.
Okay. I've got off the
here. About 8.5 seconds.
Yeah, you did good. So, Lerone. So we know the story. In 2015, the Lerone Cultural Center had burnt down. it's a vacant lot. What's been happening? We do see an update there where they're trying to raise some money to rebuild it bigger and better than ever. And they had an announcement this week where they received $2.5 million in funding to go towards the building of the
new center.
Yeah,
and I drove by today. There's a cardboard cutout of what the building will look like. You'll see it on the Larone, Facebook page, but you'll actually see it there on the corner, and it shows you what building will be there. When they start construction, and I guess with $2.5 million construction, that helps the construction bill just a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think they'll hire me and you to be a construction? We can lay what we can do, lay brick or
probably
some drywall.
No, maybe we can help carry the drywall in.
Yeah, no one wants us. The grand opening and a piece of drywall falls off, or
no.
They wouldn't want to hire you and our Kinsman. But yeah, that's awesome. We love Lisa Bertrand and everyone over at the Larone team. And
I should say they're going to join us on Tuesday's show.
Oh. You booked them already, Kinsman. You're so fast.
Yeah, let's get the news of the $2.5 million, and some big news coming up on the show. So we'll chat with Lisa, and I do believe Patrick is going to be on the show as well.
Go Habs, go, and then go Leafs, go.
There's Lori to right the ship there, but it's a good series. First time the Leafs and Habs have met in a playoff series since 1967. So.
That's right. My team didn't make it, probably won't for a while. So I guess it's go Leafs. Well, first of all, you might be a Sens fan, Colin. And if you are, we never say go. Not even so, I guess, go Leafs. It's just never go Leafs. But maybe he's not a Sens fan. So
no, probably not. No.
Okay, so maybe I was going to put splash pad, but I think we have a comment from Joanne. So water park construction has started. So in South End, there's a splash pad, and now they are underneath construction to make it bigger and better than ever. I think I've used that term twice tonight, Kinsman.
22 features are going to be added to the newer splash pad. So that's some pretty exciting stuff happening in the South End. People say nothing ever happens in the South End. That's happening in the South End. So that's going to be some fun there.
Joanne was whistling at the workers too. So
that's right.
If you see someone whistling while you're working there, that's Joanne. But Joanne has sent us some photos. We posted on the page, and I believe they are going to be up and running in July. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
But, hold on, I'm going to have to correct you. You say nothing happens in South End, but they're
no, I said that's what people think. That's the mentality. People say nothing ever happens in the South End, but now we've got the splash pad, and what else is happening in the South End?
You stole my thunder. Bait me, tackle, and variety. You couldn't let me have it, eh? You just couldn't let me have it.
No, I couldn't let you have that. I always steal your thunder at least one time a show. Yeah. And there it is. But a big shout out to Dave Helmer and his crew at Bait Me and Tackle, corner of King and Haileybury in Porcupine. And we were there for their grand opening. What an amazing new shop in Porcupine for everything Bait Me and Tackle. They're a variety store as well. They got slushies. Everything's in there.
Do you know what it was called before?
Was it? It was the old Chevier's, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, Chevy's, I think.
Oh, Chevy's.
Yeah, Chevier's down the street.
Well, Chevy. Yeah, I'm confused. The Chevy's is the gas station.
Yeah, it was Chevy's Bait and Tackle, I believe. So, anyways, if you've been into Chevy's before they closed, and now if you go into Bait Me and Tackle Variety, Dave and Aaron's store, completely different. They went in and they overhauled the whole thing. You should see how they've utilized the space. So if you're heading out camping, or if you live in that area and was hoping for a convenience store, reasonably priced convenience store, boom, they got everything. It's just not Bait and Tackle, which is a lot of Bait and Tackle.
Well, they've got shampoos in there, chocolate bars. Of course, they've got your bait, 500 minnows. When we were in there, 500 dozen minnows. They had 200 dozen worms. They've got their own Bait Me and Tackle line of jigs on the wall. They've got their own tackle.
Okay, Kinsman, it's funny that you said in a convenience store they have shampoo and chocolate bars. So when you go to a convenience store, can you say, can I get a Pert Plus and a Mars bar?
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe you do, but that's a weird combination.
Calamine lotion, he had that too.
Yeah. Okay. A couple more things. Kiss my bass. So, we're walking around Gillies Lake, and someone said that they saw a bat. There's no bass in that lake, is there?
Well, I don't know, but people around the one side, if you're driving around the lakeshore part of Gillies, everybody said you need to see this big bass, and they're putting it out like how big can this be, right? How big are my hands right now? Okay, so that big, floating around or swimming around in Gillies, and there was a family there with some fishing rods, some other kids there with a fishing rod, all trying to get this big whopper of a catch. How did it get in there, first of all? And did someone have a pet bass and stick it in there, catch one from a lake, and then threw it into Gillies? But apparently I was talking to someone, they said the fish can get pretty big in that lake. So maybe we're just seeing one, surface.
There is so people are saying there is bass. So what do you and I know? Nothing again about fishing.
That's right. I know about keeping the cooler stocked with ice, drinks cold, and they always say, even if a fish doesn't nibble, a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day of work, right?
Yeah. Are you guys telling me a fishing story? No. People were. I thought they were messing with us, but I guess there really is bass. And on Saturday, which was yesterday, my time flies, the golf courses have opened. Have you gone out yet?
Haven't gone out yet, but thumbs up to both courses here in our fine city. I should say 3 courses. Sandy Falls, we've got Spruce Needles, Hollinger, all being able to see some action. Of course, COVID style of play. Seeing photos from Owen Rigg. If you've ever played golf with Owen, golf fanatic. He called Friday night. It was Golf Miss Eve. And on Saturday, it was Golf Miss Day for everybody itching to get back to the links. He even put out his outfit to wear, like going back to school for the first time. He had his back to golf wear, and I think he shot a 77. That's a pretty darn good score for the first round of the season. A 77. What are you shooting when you're teeing it up?
Okay, I shoot 77 after 6 holes.
77.
I'm not betting against Owen Rigg, but I'm more of a 100 guy, but I'm always leaving having the best time. I'll tell you that, Kinsman. But
that's right.
Hey, we're happy for these courses, and you and I are going to get out there, and everywhere after we shoot, we're going to hear replace your divots.
That's right. Or Owen Rigg or Corey will be on our he'll be on our tail there. Corey Hofford, he's part of the Greens crew and the crew over at the Hollander. So
Mark and Jamie need the wakeboard. Granddaughter started when she was 7. Yes, we're actually going to reach out to them now. We know they were out there yesterday, but their official opening is not to June the 2nd. I did read it on their Facebook page.
So they're just testing their lines out, making sure all their structures are in place.
Yeah.
And they did say there was something new being put into the water there, a new structure.
Maybe you can wakeboard and in the middle scoop up a bass, Kinsman. Can you do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't be worried about, leaning over to grab a fish. I'd be worried about hanging on. I don't know if I would even survive. I think the video itself would be me putting the wakeboard on and trying to get off the dock and then having the line pull you across without falling off the board.
Right.
That's what I'd have to do.
If you can wakeboard and grab a bass and hold it up and say, I'm the king of Gillies, I'll let you call this show KINZ and KLOMP Live. Okay, you ready to do some work? It's our good vibes draw. I'm going to play the video while you get the bucket ready.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So dramatic, Kinsman. So while you shuffle that around,
yes,
just in case folks don't know, it's pinned to our page. If you, or if you want to nominate someone who's done a good deed, big or small, add them to the comment section, and we will draw you for a $50 gift certificate from Downtown Timmins, courtesy of Sebastian Vermette, who was also on the golf course yesterday from the Cooperators. So
he was drinking a 705 from Full Beard Brewing. I saw him post.
So Sebastian, big supporter of the show. So this is draw 4 of, hold on, Kinsman, 8. How do you like that, Mike?
There we go. So I've got the winning ballot in hand here.
Yes.
And it is, I'm going to read it here. I nominate Stephanie Cote and her kids for cleaning up the community. And that was a nomination put in by Leanne Bailey. So there you go. Leanne, thanks to your nomination, Stephanie Cote and her kids are going to get a $50 Downtown Timmins BIA gift certificate, courtesy of the Downtown Timmins BIA. And again, Sebastian Vermette and the Cooperators at the Timmins branch.
That's awesome. So Stephanie, so it's my job to reach out to Stephanie, right?
I could, yeah. We'll both reach out to Stephanie, but anyhow, $50 going her way and $50 going someone else's way next Sunday. All you have to do is go to that same post that's on our Facebook page and put in a nomination of someone doing good. Buying your coffee, maybe replacing your divot on the golf course.
Yes, replace your if we replace our divots, Owen Rigg will nominate us. So let's see. Congratulations. Joanne says my name isn't in there. I don't know if that's a question.
Well, probably is in there. I'll as we move closer, maybe Joanne's will surface in one of the future draws. But all names, if you're a nomination in there and on our thread, it gets cut up and it gets put into the bin there.
Yeah, so. You're making Joanne mad, Kinsman. Don't make her mad.
She's mad because we didn't invite her for the grand opening when we did our grand opening video from Dave's at Bait Me and Tackle. She wanted to come on by.
I know. So that the health unit, it's because we fall underneath the a media company. I'm trying to say this intelligently. We're allowed to go out and do these things, but we're restricted on how we do it and when we do it. But we promise you, Joanne, when we do the first public type thing, Mark is going to personally call you. He'll pick you up even. He'll bring you there, right, Kinsman? We're going to make it. I will.
Yeah, when the restrictions loosen, we're allowed to get back into our a little bit of normalcy. Let's say for a surge night, Joanne. If when we get back into the surge, which we will. We'll set aside a pass so she and her hubby can join us for one of our variety show nights. I think
there you go. And Kinsman will make all the jokes to make you laugh.
Or try.
All right, buddy. It's a long weekend, and I'm just I'm overwhelmed tremendous in a positive way with Justine and Jade. What a story, and how well they're coping underneath difficult circumstances. And I hope people, and they already have, but I hope if you can reach out and help them through the GoFundMe.
That's right. GoFundMe tonight, just over the $1,330 barrier. I'm assuming it's probably a little higher than that now, but still, any little bit helps. Again, she's not there for a couple days. She's already been there a couple months. She's there for another 12 months. With Jade's treatment. But the good news we got from tonight, baby Jade has taken to the chemo at CHIO in Ottawa and is actually doing pretty well, or I guess better than what she was a few months ago, where the cancer is now in remission, which is some very good news, but of course still has to go through the 12 months of chemo to stay on top of it.
All right. Yes. All well. All right. So maybe I'll let you. Do you want to end the show with your "Go Leafs Go" chant again?
No, I don't want to do "Go Leafs Go" chant.
No.
Last time I did that, they lost. So no, we're not doing that. We're superstitious now. I can't do it. I did the "Go Leafs Go." They lost game one. I didn't do it the other night. They won last night. So let's just say we'll just say. I don't know. Predictions are kind of scary in a playoff, but I think Toronto's going to get. They're going to take the lead 2-1 in that series tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. You are forgiven, Kinsman. You're all good.
All right, Joanne. Go Habs, go from Louise, rubbing it in. But it's a good rivalry. Again, the first time that the Leafs and the Habs have met in a playoff series since 1967. So,
all right.
Good weather wins, right? I can tell you a Canadian team will win the series, right?
Oh, God.
All right, we'll see you on Tuesday. Enjoy tomorrow. It's almost like a reset day when there's a long weekend, right? There's no work, no school tomorrow, so let's recharge those batteries. Have a good night.
All right, Kinsman. We'll talk to you in a couple of minutes, anyways.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.